Okay, hi, welcome back. It is Tuesday night. It's April 15th. It's tax day. We just have 3 sales to pack today, so it could be pretty short. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to tell you about the results of these sales events I was running. At the beginning of April, well, I would say all through March, sales were pretty slow. They seemed slow in my shop compared to January and February. And so heading into April, I wanted to try to cut it off at the pass, and I started some discount events through my eBay shop. So basically what I did, I had 3 different sales running for 2 weeks. So it was any item that was 30 days in the shop or older was getting 10% off. Then anything that was between 60 and 90 days was getting 15% off. And anything that was older than 3 months, 20% off. So I think the results were pretty good. There were 7 orders at 10% off. Those orders added up to $336 gross, around there anyway. And it's not really easy on eBay to see which items sold at that sale price and then figure out actual net proceeds on those sales. So I'm just going to talk about gross numbers. So $336 gross for only 7 orders. Then for the 15% off category, that's anything that was 60 days to 90 days in the shop. Only 2 orders in that category. So those 2 orders added up to $120, something like 19 cents. So I was a little surprised. Maybe this 15% off amount isn't a good amount to do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure really what to think about that. So then the next sale, the 3 months and older items. So I have plenty of items in my shop that have been there for 2 years or more. So these are sort of deep discount things that have been hanging around for quite a while that probably need to go. I only put it at 20% off, but I did get 12 orders from that category, and that added up to $404. So total sales all during this 2-week period there were 71 sales total, 21 of which were from these discounts. So I'm a little surprised. It felt like almost everything that I was packing was at a discounted price, but maybe that's just the way I was thinking about it, because most things sold for the full asking price. So let's see. I didn't add these numbers up, so it's like 400 plus 330, 7, 8. It's about $950 gross. And so for the entirety of April so far, we brought in gross about $2,850. And so it is a pretty good percentage of those sales did come from these discounts. So I'm definitely going to do this again. I have run sales in the past, but I haven't really examined them very closely in this way. So I'm going to say that it was a big success. I'm happy with that. I'm going to do it again for sure. I probably won't get to these creating these sale events tonight, but I will do that as soon as possible. And I think I'm going to go quite a bit deeper on the discount once we get to the older items. I might skip that 15% off. I might do 10% off 30 to 90 days, and then maybe I'll do 30 to 120 days, and then I'll do 120 to infinity. Anything 4 months old or older, I'll do 30% off, or maybe even 35 if I feel like I really need to clear some space out. I do have some older items that are just slow movers, like they are valuable, and when the right person comes along, they'll pay the asking price, that I'm sure of. But I might have to just take lower prices just to try to get some space cleared out. I need more room. I need more room in my inventory. Oh, I have a message here. Just came in. Let's see what it is. Okay, this is a message that started last night. Somebody asked me to check some certain pages in a magazine that I have for sale. It's a vintage Good Housekeeping from 1985. And then I told them I would check it in the morning, but of course I forgot it. So then they've sent me several messages today. I think they're a little bit desperate to get their hands on this magazine. And they want to make sure that it has a specific ad in here. And I'm not judging anyone. Let me see where this is. I'm going to go grab it right now and check the pages for him. My assumption, he showed me a picture of the page that he's interested in, and it contains an ad for some kind of foot products, and it has a close-up photo of foot. I do know that there is a pretty strong market for vintage magazines. Like, people will just take the magazine, cut out all the pictures of feet, and sell them on eBay. And I think they do pretty well doing that. Where's this? This is going to be on BR5. So let's grab that. Find the page that he's looking for. I'll show you what it is. Let me turn the lights on as we go. And then we'll let him know if this magazine has the foot pics he's after. That's not a BR5. Oh, here it is. Good Housekeeping. So here we go. I'm gonna set it here on my photo studio, and then I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, it's an old issue of Good Housekeeping from January 1985. I'm gonna try to put this camera down for a second. And I need two hands. And I can open this up with no trouble. This is only about a $13 item, so I wish he could just buy it. And he didn't tell me the page number. He showed me a picture. I wish if he had shown me the page number, I would definitely be able to find it quicker. So now I'm going to pretty much have to go through every page until I find what he's looking for. Okay, I don't really want to have to look at every single page of this magazine. So yeah, I asked him, he said, I'll read exactly what he said. Okay, he says, "Hello, can you please check a page number for me?" And then I said yes in the morning, and then he just sent me a picture of an open magazine. And it's very blurry. I cannot see it at all. There's no way I would even be able to tell what's on that picture. And then he says, "Do you think this reference is good enough to check?" And by that time I was already asleep, so I did not respond to him. And then he responded again this morning at 11 a.m. saying, "Good morning." And so I told him I was at work now, but I would check the magazine later. And I asked, "I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be checking for." And then he says, "Just check for this ad below." So he still didn't tell me the page number. And he just gave me looks like he found a picture on the internet of this ad, which is for ingrown nail, relieve ingrown toenail pain in minutes. This is taking me longer than it is worth to sell something for $13. So this is one reason why I often do not respond to buyers' messages, because it just turns out to be more time consuming than it needs to be. If he had just told me, "Go to page 120 and see if this ad is here," then I would have no problems. But I asked him what page number, and he just sent me a picture. He might not even need the magazine. Maybe he just needs me to show him the picture, and that's going to be all he needs for whatever his purposes are. Oh my God, I don't think it's in here. This whole thing could just be a runaround. Might not even have ever been in this issue. That's not it. That's not it. Maybe he could have told me it's in the back of the book, or it's in the front of the book, or, I mean, honestly, just tell me the page number. You think there's common sense stuff, but there isn't. I'm not going to go through this magazine again. I'm telling him it's not in there. I just wasted 10 minutes of my time and yours trying to find a $13 foot pick. And I'm disappointed in myself. Okay, that was a big wild goose chase for no good reason. Okay, that's enough messing around. It's been 15 minutes already. I think I'm probably going to speed through that, flipping through that magazine. That was a huge waste of time, and I don't need you to watch that whole thing. So let's pick these 3 orders, get them packed as soon as we can. My wife's on her way home. She should be here in half an hour, so hopefully it will take less time than that. Maybe I am tired tonight. I'm having a hard time thinking straight. Anyway, let's get going packing. Okay, we're back. We're ready to pack. I've got the eBay app open already from this Good Housekeeping Goose Chase. And I'm going to open the selling tab and then the orders. And then we're going to pull these 3 items and get them sold right away. It's packed right away. H5X, which I think is up here. I usually use the signifier X if it's something that is near a box, but not in a box. So that was up there by H5. H5 is the box here, then H5X is on top of this. This is a radiator cover. There's a lot of room in there that I probably could be using. The radiator stops down here. The previous homeowner put this radiator cover that looks nice here, but it takes up, the radiator is way down here. So there's 3 feet of space. I could put shelves or something. Okay, next, let's go to crate 2D. And I don't see what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's a lot of fragile stuff here, so I'm going to just be careful moving these things out of the way. These are Care Bear, Anesco Care Bear ornaments or figurines. Here's a piggy bank, Care Bears. The opener, sharpener. This is a vintage can opener. What is this? I think this is phones. And all we're looking for is these 3 bowls. Gotta move everything out of the way to get to them. And then what's in here? I'm not sure what that was for. Okay, let's get everything back. Trying to figure out what's the best way to put this stuff in here. Okay, phones, Care Bears. That bank is even broken, but I'm trying to sell it anyway. Okay, this set of 3 bowls. This is going to take a little bit more time to pack than it's probably worth for the cost, the amount I got for it. Okay, T1 is out here. Now we got a pair of pants down here. T1 is a tote under this bench. And let's see, what number is on it? T1 160. So I have numbers on all these, and they should be generally in the right order. 130, 132, 135. They're generally in the right order. There's some things that are a little bit out of order in there, but mostly it's pretty much in the right order. Okay, what's going to be the easiest thing to start with? I think I'll start with these pants. These are Cool brands, Kuhl. They're women's pants. I have a feeling the men's clothing made by them might be a little bit more valuable. But I bought these for almost $9, $8.82 at the local thrift store, and I sold them for $32.29 plus shipping. So even though this sold today, I think they must have put it in their cart during the sales event, and they were able to keep that sale price because I wouldn't have anything listed at 29 cents. Almost everything is going to have a 99 cents at the end of it. So they probably got this at the sale price, even though technically the sale was over. I'm thinking about, do I want to put these in a box? I'm going to put them in a bag. I do have, this one's really heavy. This has a lot of, these are used poly bags that should be fine. I don't use these that much. I don't really sell a lot of clothes, but I know many clothes sellers just rely on these bags. This is all they use. Can't even figure out how to open it. Okay, my hands are too dry again. Where's the opening for this? This is probably not the ideal package, and I'm rethinking my decision. I'm going to throw this away. Most of these bubble mailers are too small. They're too skinny for something that size, but I might be able to make this one work. I mean, obviously this is not a breakable item. The bubble mailer is not going to save anything. It's not going to break in shipping. But these mailers feel a little nicer to me than those poly mailers. I did order, I got to get that off the porch. I ordered some shipping supplies from Zorro.com. I didn't go overboard. I just ordered some packing paper and some stretch wrap. But I was thinking about, well, I also bought, I used my eBay shipping supply coupon today. I ordered some 10 by or 12 by 12 by 12 boxes from eBay. Even with their coupon, I get $50 off anything in their shipping shop every quarter. And even with that $50 off, I still spend over $10 on these 25 boxes. So that shop is, that discount they offer is a little bit disingenuous because everything in that store is vastly overpriced compared to other shipping material suppliers. But anyway, they gave me $50, I'm going to spend it. So if I bought those boxes, those 25 boxes somewhere else, it probably would have cost around $20. So I guess I got them just about half off. Okay, cool. KUHL. Let's get a label on here, cover up some of this junk. I'm already going too slow. I do feel the sleepiness starting to hit me. KUHL, and it's only 8:30. KUHL, move this out of the way. And this is 2 pounds. It's probably going to be 12 by 11 by 3. And the buyer's initials LV. So we'll get a label on there later and match it up to the initials. Okay, this is a Chicago Cubs. I wonder if I bought these on the same day. I bought this at the same place. This was purchased on 3/18. These pants I got on August, at the end of August 2024, so a little while ago. This sign I just got in March, middle of March. It's the middle of April now, so less than a month it took to sell this. I paid $4.40 for it, a little bit higher than I would have remembered. You know, I probably thought I spent $2 on it, but I spent $4.40 on it, and it sold for $17 plus shipping after just about a month. I'm just gonna find some cardboard. If I can. I don't really want to cut these boxes up because this would be good for drum heads at some point. I wonder if I can. This one will be fine. I'm just going to sandwich this sign between 2 pieces of cardboard. If I can. If I could, I would put the corrugation going one direction on one side and then make the corrugation go in the other direction on the other side to keep it from bending too much. I wish I just had sheets, you know, big sheets of cardboard, like pallet slips, but I don't have anything like that. So I'm going to basically rack this decent box and turn it into just a flat piece of cardboard. Oh. Okay. This is supposed to be a fast shipping night, but I seem to be dragging my feet thinking about things too much. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off. This isn't really even good scrap to use for something else. Okay, then I'm going to, how big does this have to be? It's just about the right height. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21 inches about. This is going to be a little sketchy. Okay, let's put this back. I want about an inch on each side. I'm going to put this here and try to get a straight line to here. Now back to the ruler. I only want to cut the top flap here, so I'm going to be a little careful. Probably should have done this differently. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to try to get a piece that's exactly the same size or close, but with the corrugation running in the other direction. So I'll just put this on here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to tape these edges up. And I'm going to cut this way and then this way. This is only $16, so I've already spent more time than I should have on it. If it was just my lucky day and I had some pieces of cardboard from another project sitting around, this would only have taken a few seconds, but it's been quite a while already. 10 minutes probably. Okay, so I want the print on the inside so that it doesn't show. Okay. Now we're going to waste a lot of tape. We're going to cover all of these corners. I'm just putting some in the middle to hold it in place until I can get longer pieces on. I haven't even gotten to the hard one yet, the hard package yet, and I feel like I've spent more time than I should have. Okay, good. Now this, I did not cut straight, so let's get rid of some of this. I think I need a new blade on this knife because it's starting to shred this instead of cut it. Okay, this side we can do. I don't know how big this is going to be. How long is that? 21. So it should be under the length when the USPS oversized surcharge kicks in. I think that's after, I think if you stay under 23, it's either 22 or 23 inches, they don't charge you extra at the post office. So this is just 20 or 21. I usually try to stay under 21. If it goes over that, then I'm taking it to FedEx or UPS. They don't have those. They don't have such extreme surcharges. If I took this, if this was 23 inches long on one side, it would cost probably $4.50 more at USPS than it would than the price that I'm going to pay for it tonight. And I wouldn't really know about that until after the fact. You know, maybe a month from now, I would get a bill or a charge on my eBay account saying there was an adjustment by USPS. Maybe it'd take a week, maybe it'd take a month, who knows? But it would take just long enough for me to be annoyed by it. Okay, Bears poster. It's like a sign, I guess. Bears. That's not right. That changed to kilograms for some reason. Pounds and ounces. I'm gonna have to check that those pants to make sure that didn't change before. 1 pound. Yeah, I don't know why that changed. The screen here changed from pounds and ounces, which is where I like it, to kilograms for some reason. Okay, let's get this finished. 21 by 16 by 1. And the buyer's initials AH. I wouldn't have spent so much time in the introduction if I had known this packing was going to take so long. I only had the 3 packages, thought it would go pretty quick. Okay, this is a set of Project 62 bowls. These were just sold at Target, and they're not as good as some of the other brands of pottery, like the department store brands of pottery that I have been talked about before. So like so for instance, Crate and Barrel do better than Target, but some IKEA stuff does pretty well. But these aren't too bad. These bowls are worth about $10 to $12 a piece, and if you can find them at a thrift store for $1, you can sell them for $12 and feel okay about it. I'm trying to get this wrapped up. But this is going to take a lot of packing materials, and I'm probably going to end up making about, I don't know, $15 on these bowls maybe by the time I'm done with everything. And then I have to subtract the cost of materials if I was doing it that way. So that's something to take into consideration. If you're selling fragile items, it takes way more materials, it has way more anxiety associated with it. Like once these go out in the mail, I'll be thinking, I hope they get there. I hope they get there safe. Where these pants, I won't be thinking anything. Okay, I really want this to be. I ran out of that stretch wrap. Otherwise, I would wrap all this with stretch wrap to just keep these bowls just locked together. I don't want them to move at all or bump into each other in a weird way. So since I don't have the stretch wrap, I'm going to just use packing tape, and I'm just going to tape it and try to make it as tight as I can so that they're locked, totally locked together. I don't want any movement on these bowls. I'm doing the other direction. I can already feel that they're still looser than I like, so I'm going to go the other way. And then unfortunately, these are going to have to go into a pretty big box. One of these big 12 by 12 by 12 boxes. I think it's my only viable option. And these boxes that come from eBay are a little bit lighter weight than some other brands. So again, this is not ideal for a breakable item because of this single ply, thin, lightweight packing box, but it'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a lot of packing material, paper. Could consider throwing these tubes in there to fill up some space. They're pretty heavy duty. Let's see. I don't really have any use for them, so I'll consider it. So I basically want to have like 1.5 to 2 inches at least all the way around the outside of these. And then fill that space in with packing paper. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put paper all the way around here and then on the top as well. Whoops. So this buyer should appreciate this, I hope. This is a lot of material for $35 worth of bowls. I'm gonna use the other two. So yeah, I got these bowls, I think at Unique. Let's see. I got them at, yeah, Unique. I have some others, the same Project 62 bowls in different colors. This might be the first ones that I've sold, but yeah, I bought them for $6 and I sold them for $30.99. And I probably put $4 worth of packing material in here. Okay, bowls. They weigh more than they should. This is 6 pounds even. That's good. 12 by 12 by 12 by 12. I can hear my wife getting home. I wanted to get this done before she got here so I could spend some time with her. RV is the initials. And let's get this all cleared up and then we're gonna cut the video while I buy labels and print them, and then I'll come back and tell you how much everything was worth in the end. Be right back. Okay, we're back. So yeah, she just got home. She brought me a falafel, so I'm going to print these labels, get them adhered to these packages, and get this whole thing over with as quickly as I can. While these are printing, I'll tell you what brought in what. So these 3 bowls, after all this packing material, I undercharged the weight on this quite a bit. I think I only estimated it was going to be 3.5 pounds, and it was more like 6. So after everything, these earned just under $20 total. This little Chicago Bears sign, only $11.83 after everything. And these pants, these cool pants, cool brand pants, $27.55. So labels are on. Thank you, AH. Thank you, LV. And thank you, RV. 2 V's. It's still pretty early. We probably will get some more sales overnight, but I'm going to just put in a quick function to add up how much we've made so far today, and then hopefully we get 2 or 3 more sales while we're sleeping. So only $58.56 for these 3 items, giving us an average for the average daily profit for the month of April of $108.49. So $108 a day, and then average per sale profit of $22.92. So that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Certainly have some more sales to pack up and ship out. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye.